Someone said you called because you done already messed up the church's money. And your 2024 goals. No, we're not messing up the church's money. It's a joke for those of you that aren't familiar with some of the online jokes that they have to get things started. Hey, I'm excited about tonight. Thank you for all the prayers, all the get wells, all of the things that kind of derailed the beginning of my 2024. And so I started thinking about what are some key principles. Most people like go hard, the first 10 days of the year. But I really wanted to talk to people at the end of the month because these are the real folks. These are the folks like, you know what, I tried. But I'm determined not to go out in 2024 the way that I came in. And if that is you, tonight we're going to talk about strategic pillars, strategic planning, and how you can create these themes in your life to help you win in whatever game, sector, ministry, business that you're in. All right, let's go. So let me get a sip of my little coffee. I want to shout out to all my replay viewers, all my new Facebook people, my YouTube people. I'm Kara Sakina. I'm so excited about serving you tonight. For those of you that don't know me, I'm, a strategic planner, enterprise. I've done it all almost in about 8 different industries, 20 years, from billion-dollar acquisitions, from merger and acquisitions, to planning churches, to cleaning toilets, to singing and worship, like been there, done that. So I'm really excited to help leaders transform themselves, their ministry or their business from the inside out. Okay. All right. So we're going to go get started. So let's talk about the definition. Y'all see me looking for my stickies. And if you're on, make a comment so I can see who it is and I'll put you up here. But I'm really excited to really get into, can we talk? Can we talk about, what it means to try to transform your life or change or make changes. And I don't know if it's Hollywood. I don't know if it's the instant success you think you see with people on Instagram and things like that. But true mastery takes they say 10,000 hours. I believe it probably takes more than that. One of the other things that, we don't tend to think about, we just say, I want to lose weight. Or we say, I want a new job. Or we say, this year I'm going to go back to school. But we really don't have a comprehensive end-to-end plan, or what I would call a strategic vision, right? An approach, nor do we have our strategic pillars, and we're going to get into that help us align to our strategic goals, which actually helps us get to our desired outcome. All right. So it's going to be a little educational. You're going to see over the next few weeks, I'm really going to get into my bag around strategic planning, entrepreneur type skills to help you become the best that you can be. And these things can be applied to your life and or business. I see a few folks joining in. Holler in the chat so I can see who you are, so I can say hello. All right. So let's first talk about strategic planning. What is strategic planning? Basically, all it is 2 things. A strategy, which is a vision, an approach, a way of being able to go about something, and a plan. How we're going to get there, who's going to do it, how much is it going to cost, and then we're going to get into some other things. And I get excited, so I have to calm myself down. So I wrote down, where's these stickies at that I'm looking for? I wrote down, I guess the Lord was like, you don't need them. I wrote down some different ways that people describe strategic pillars. I have my own opinion, but I just wanted to put this out here for other people. One, it's really required to build your strategy. If we were looking at us, or to give you an example of what's a strategic pillar, let's say you want to change, your life, right? The essence of life, I believe, are really, a few core things. We have obviously our body, obviously our soul or our mind, the seat of our emotions, right? And then obviously we have our spirit, right? So those would be 3 strategic pillars that I would focus on if I was trying to change my life. In my case, I actually have 2 more, but most people should probably stick between 3 and 5. Again, that's whether it's in your business or whether it's in your personal life. You want to stick to between 3 to 5 strategic pillars. All right. Another way to describe it is they're building blocks as to what sits upon your strategy or your vision, what you want to accomplish. It also helps you have the priorities that you need to be able to stay focused on what you say yes to and what you say no to. If you don't have your strategic pillars in place, you may be doing things that are time wasters or not going to get you to your end goal. And then that ties me or leads me right into another thing that people really don't think about, and that is, what are your strategic goals? So we have the strategic pillars, which are the anchor of our strategy. So in the example I gave, hey, I want to change my life. Okay, well, 3 main areas of life are going to be my body, my mind slash soul, and my spirit. Those are going to be my strategic pillars. Okay, well, Kara, what are your strategic goals of how you're going to get there? So then I would take each pillar and begin to kind of drill into, what are the goals that I want to accomplish in that area? And that's what's considered a strategic goal. So back to what we started about. I said somebody rang. Somebody called and said you didn't already feel like your 2024 is over because you decided to eat all the cookies, never went back to the gym, and you just feel like, you know what, I'm just, I'm cool with being fat. I mean, and I get it, right? I understand, okay? But this year, I am committed. I actually made a commitment to God and myself to teach everything I know about how to transform people, how to transform agencies, firms, uh, credit unions, banks. I mean, everything you could think of, and helping people get there. How long have I been going? 7 minutes. All right. And try to keep this under 10. So I already walked through what's a strategy, what's your strategic, what are strategic pillars, why they're important. We also talked about strategic goals. But the last thing I want to talk to you about is the step after your strategic goal, which is going to be your measurement. Sometimes we call this KPIs. We're not going to get into that tonight. That's going to be another session. But how are you going to measure if you're getting closer to your goal or not? How are you going to be able to look back and say, I was successful? So let's just take the body, for example. Maybe you're just watching what you eat and you're not doing anything too drastic. And, maybe you're going to the gym when you can, let's say. But how are you measuring your strategic goal? Are you measuring? Are you measuring or weighing yourself every week? That could be a way. Are you having accountability and working with a partner or a trainer? I'm just giving examples in this area. Are you measuring your commitment? Okay, I committed to 5 days a week. I'm going to have a tracker and I'm going to mark every week, every day that I go, and be able to actually look at a week over week, month over month, quarter over quarter view, which is exactly the tools that we do to be successful in business. And so that's the key things that I wanted to get out to you tonight, is to, one, don't beat yourself up. I literally performed New Year's Eve, caught some kind of virus or something, was down for like 2 weeks, had to travel for business. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Life, it be life in. However, a lot of the times it's not that we're not successful because we're not committed. It's not that we're not successful because we don't want to execute against what we believe we can do. It's because we really didn't put a little bit of thought around our strategy. Why am I doing this? How am I going to measure this? And then accountability, right? And being able to get that done. So that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. You're going to see a lot more content coming out to us around this topic. I also got a little planner thing that I did. And that's a giveaway. That's something I know I give too much away. I know. But I believe that I'm really here to help you begin to navigate and overcome a lot of the obstacles that we all have. 2023, I've still been trying to find the words to describe what that was. I'll probably do that more on my YouTube channel, because that's going to be some story time. It's going to be a part 1, part 2, part 3. You know what I'm saying? And so I know how it feels to be trying to do everything you can and really want and desire to have change in your life. But what we don't think about is that change is disruptive. Transformation is messy. And there's no way that you're going to get from where you are to where you're trying to go, whether that's in business, ministry, doesn't matter, without having a strategic plan, without having your without having it written, without you having a way to measure your progress. It's just not going to happen. You'll get there. It just might take you 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Instead of 6 months. You know? And then you might also realize that's not what you want. All right, so I'm at 11:22. I want to do this for 10 minutes. I'm going to watch this back. If I find that it's helpful, I may chop it up into snippets. But I'm passionate about this. And so I get a little, excited, and it probably didn't help that, me and my girl, you know what I'm saying? We in here getting our coffee on. If you're watching this on the replay and you have questions, drop them in the chat. You can also always go to www.carenation.com. I should probably see, this is what happens when you don't have your assistant doing stuff. It's just a whole hot mess. If you want to take our transformation survey, hold on, let me type this on. Yeah. And let me know. Let me know if this helped you. Let me know if you like this kind of content, so I know, what to put out. Yes, I can preach. Yes, I can get on here and crack up and cut jokes. But I also want to help you build yourself, build a life that you love, build a business and ministry that gives glory to God for what he's done in you and through you to touch other people. That's what I'm passionate about. All right, y'all ain't saying that. I'm getting out of here. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday night. Take care. Bye-bye.